Good morning everybody, and welcome back to Dill in the Outdoors. And today we're going to be doing some hunting. Now, down in region 331 here, both whitetail bucks and mule deer bucks are open, as well as whitetail does and spike fork bull moose. So we've got all three tags for the three species of animals. So we're going to try our luck today. More than likely I'm just going for deer, but there is the odd chance that you do stumble across a spike fork moose, which would be pretty lucky. But yeah, we're just gonna try our luck today. We're gonna unload the quad and drive into a few of the meadows that I had found on the map, and then we're gonna be doing some walking around. I do have a set of rattle antlers, so we're gonna be trying those out today as well. So yeah, but the weather was supposed to be not too great today, but as of right now it doesn't look too bad. There is a few dark clouds here and there, but I think it's gonna hold out for us. There's just quite a bit of blue skies, so just really hoping we don't get rained on today. I mean, it's kind of just one of those things that you can't really prevent. So it has been a while since I've done some filming. It has been a very busy past few months since we came home from our hiking trip. So I'm gonna try to get back in the swing of things here and start doing a little bit more filming, but it has been a very busy past few months with work and other things going on with our personal lives. So yeah, there hasn't been a lot of time to do hunting or fishing, so just been very busy. But I figured I'd take today and go out and do some hunting, and as well as my girlfriend and I are going to be doing some more hunting tomorrow closer to home. But I did take the chance today to come down here to Meadow Lake area and do a little bit of hunting. So I'm very excited to see if we're gonna get anything today. I haven't done too much hunting down here before, but I know I've heard of a lot of people that have had really good experiences down here, so I guess that's just one thing that we're gonna have to see for ourselves. Alright, so we made it to the spot where we're gonna park for the day, and currently we just have the quad warming up here, so we're just gonna let it do its thing for a few minutes, and I'm just gonna set up the ramps, and then we're just gonna get the quad unloaded and then load all our gear on it and start heading down this road here. So yeah. Alrighty, so we've parked the bike, and we've got everything on us that we're gonna need. And so there's a meadow just down this way, so we're gonna walk in there, and we're gonna sit for a bit, do some rattling, and maybe we'll be able to get a buck to come out. There's still a little bit of snow on the ground. It did snow yesterday, so I'm hoping that gets things kind of moving. But I've seen a little bit of deer sign already, so we're gonna head into this meadow here, and yeah, so the brush doesn't look too thick, so it looks like it'll be an okay hike. Well, We sat here for about 15 minutes after we rattled, and nothing seems to have taken any interest or come out to check us out. Who knows, I could be doing it wrong. This is kind of my first time using the antlers, so maybe I'm just not doing it right, but nothing seemed to take any interest if it was around. So we're going to continue to hike on and get into some of this brush here and just go nice and slow and quiet, and maybe we'll run into something. So I was just walking through this meadow, and I look over and I spotted some wild horses. Right there. So these horses at one point were domesticated, but they must have been released or got out of their confines, and they do really well out here. There's a few groups down here in Meadow Lake, and there's a few groups more towards 100 Mile, and they've been here for years now. But like I said, they do really well, and every once in a while you're able to see a foal with them. Now, from what I can tell, there isn't, but there is for sure 3 horses there, and they all see me. But when I was walking through this meadow here, I thought I heard something huff, and sure enough, it was these horses, and they had already smelled me. But I'm seeing a 4th one now, and I think for the most part they're all pretty interested in me and what I'm doing. Now, as far as I know, they're wild, but I'm not 100% sure. This is crown land here, so I'm assuming that they are. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna hike my way up here into this brush and kind of go along this ridge. There was a fire through here a few years back, but now it seems recently anyways that there are deer, in the burn, and they do hang out and eat all the green vegetation. So it's one of those things where when we're least expecting it, we're gonna see a deer. So we're just gonna keep walking along and kind of just doing our thing, being nice and quiet. So just below that hill that I was gonna walk up, I just ran into a logging road. So I'm just gonna walk down this logging road for a little bit here, because there is some decent old clear cuts. So I'm just gonna check these out, because sometimes the deer are walking in through here and eating the vegetation, the green vegetation here that grows. So I'm just gonna walk down here for maybe a few minutes, and then probably make my way back. I might get up on top of this ridge here and kind of come that way on my way back. So but yeah, I'm gonna head down this way here and just see where it goes. Alrighty, so we're just at the base of this crest here, this ridge where we're gonna walk, and yeah, the wind is really picking up. I'm hoping it settles down, but if not, I'm hoping it's coming towards us, because there is nothing worse than the wind blowing at your back in the direction that you're hunting, because anything in front of you will smell you. So yeah, so we're just gonna start making our way up here. I did run into another person that looks like they're hunting this area as well, but I think he's hunting down below in that area, so that's why I'm gonna stay away from that area, give him his space, and we're just gonna kind of hike up this hill here just go along this ridge and see what we can find. Alright, after one vigorous climb, we are on top of this ridge here. And there is tons and tons of deer sign. So we're just gonna go really quiet and just kind of go really slow and glass around to see if we can see anything. But this is a great advantage point up here. That's why I always like, when I'm deer hunting, I always try to find a real high spot, and then you can see all around you and see what's going on. I haven't seen anything yet, but I have a pretty good feeling I might see something up here. It looks like it's been heavily used by the deer, so yeah. So I've seen tons and tons of deer sign, but I haven't seen any deer yet. I can see the lake in the meadow we crossed over earlier today. But oh boy, is the wind, like, it's really gusting up here. Yeah, just over there is where we came across this meadow over this morning here. So we've put on some ground today. I haven't seen nothing yet, other than those horses, really. But we're gonna keep going for a while. We might stop here, find a decent place out of the wind, and kind of take a rest and glass for a while. So I just ran into two other hunters, and they were owners of the truck that I had seen earlier, so I guess I guessed wrong and going up the hill, but that's okay. Good friendly guys, and they're just looking for some deer as well. They said they hadn't seen much up here today either, so just one doe. So, but I'm in some really thick brush right now, and we gotta get out of this because we're not gonna see anything. And if there's anything around, it's gonna hear us first, so we're gonna head down a little ways and get onto that other crest right above the meadow we came through earlier. So yeah, quite a bit of a trek, but that's okay, we'll get there. I was right, something was gonna hear me first. I just jumped a deer just over here, so she ran that way. I'm pretty sure it was a doe, but whatever it was, it ran that way. So I'm gonna go nice and slow and keep my eye open here, because if it was a doe, it's the time of year now that bucks are going to be hanging out with the does. So I have a feeling that she kind of ran that way. So we're just going to go nice and slow over through here and see if we can cut them off. Well, I kind of went in the direction where it ran, but it's so thick in here that I can't even see. Just absolutely dense. But I'm gonna start heading downhill because I just came up to the edge of the ridge. So I think we're gonna be best off to get up on that other ridge. So, but at least we saw something. I'm kind of happy about it. So, but it's downhill now until we get back into the cut blocks. So yeah, but onwards. So I just got down to the bottom of that ridge here, and I get into this little swampy area, and lo and behold, on the ground, it's a nice moose antler. So if you don't know, a lot of big game animals like deer, moose, elk, they all shed their antlers every year in the winter. So this looks like, it might have been last year's, it might have been the year before, but yeah, so they just, in the wintertime they fall off, and then in the summer, well, late spring, early summer, they start to regrow, And then by the time the fall hits, they're full grown for the season. So it's always nice to find stuff like that around here. And yeah, but I'm not surprised that I found the moose antler here. There is so much moose sign around here, whether that's droppings or footprints. I've even seen a couple trees with some rub marks on it. And this tree doesn't look like it's been hit hard, but every once in a while, if you look at these willows, they'll chew off these buds. And that's where what they get their nutrition from in the fall and even throughout the winter. You'll see some of these willows just picked right down to like nothing. And yeah, that's what they mostly eat in the winter time anyways. So yeah, so we're just gonna follow this little road here, and the other ridge that I want to get up on is over here. So we'll just follow this road for a little bit and then get on over up in that other ridge. So I'm just at the base of this other ridge that we're gonna climb up today, and yeah, I'm just taking a rest here. Gonna have a bite to eat and drink some water, kind of get a little bit more energy going, and we're gonna start our ascent up the other ridge. But if you look here, it's been logged pretty good throughout here. So I was half expecting to see something through here earlier, but no luck. That's okay. Lots of moose sign in here. I'm very shocked how much there is, but no, I haven't seen one either, so who knows, we might stumble across one yet anyways. So yeah, all right, we're just up on top of the other ridge. Yeah, that was a hike and a half. It was steeper than I thought, and we walked up an old logging road here, so there is a little bit of burnt up here. Fire had gone through here as well, but just up ahead there's some greenery, so we'll make our way over there and start walking through that brush. But man, oh, I'm tired. Gonna sleep really good tonight, that's for sure. But yeah, let's keep going. So this is what I was talking about earlier today, is if you look here, this has been chewed by an animal, and more than likely it's moose, but it could also be deer. And if you look there, it scraped some of the bark off this tree. So this is what happens to these trees. Now the tree's okay, but the moose and or the deer eat the buds off these trees for nutrition. So pretty interesting to see. So we're just making our way down the ridge now, and we're just getting back into some nice green old growth. So pretty much in the direction I'm going now is the direction of the quad. So once we get to the quad, we're going to go back to the truck and load up, and then I'm going to take the back route home, which majority of the way we can hunt. So yeah, we'll do a little bit of road hunting on the way home today, maybe see something. But I'm surprised I have not seen any more deer other than that one doe earlier. And we've covered some ground today. In total, pretty much 10 kilometers so far. So, I mean, bad luck, yeah. You know, are the deer here? Yeah, they are. But yeah, I'm just not seeing them, so that's all right. That's just part of the whole point of getting out hunting, and it wouldn't be called hunting if you got an animal every time you went out. So Well, we made it back. So, we're just gonna get back on the quad and drive on over to the truck. But boy, am I tired. That was a long hike. Oh, would have been nice to bring a deer out, but that's okay. There's still daylight left, so there's still a possibility we might see something. So positivity is key. But yeah, it was a good walk though. Like, lots of beautiful scenery. When I was up on the ridges there, you could see all the mountain ranges out towards the river. So really nice to get up there. It's just nice to get out in general. I think for the most part I use the excuse of going hunting just to get out and view some scenery, right? So it's never a waste of a day, that's for sure. Alright, time to load up and hit the road. So earlier this morning we actually came from this road here, this way. So if we continue on down this road, it'll eventually lead up to the Dog Creek Road, which eventually leads back to the 1200 road, which is the road that I'm taking back through to 100 Mile. So yeah, it's probably about a 2-hour drive. So it's about 2:30 right now, so we'll still get home in daylight. And yeah, there might be some animals walking here and there, so we're just gonna go slow and kind of just check out the scenery. And I've never been down this way before personally, so I don't really know what the road is like, but I guess we're gonna find out. So just driving back just now, it dawned on me, and I'm in prime grouse territory right now, and I didn't bring a shotgun. So like always, if you need it and don't have it, you're gonna need it, because I've already seen a couple grouse on the side of the road, which kind of sucks, but just how it goes. Oh well, that's okay. So I'm driving for about an hour and a half now. Well, just over an hour, I guess. And haven't seen too much. Didn't see any deer on the road at all. But I'm not too surprised. Like, expectations weren't super high. These roads are pretty heavily used, so not a big deal. But yeah, we're now in just Region 5. So yeah, but the only difference between Region 5 here and Region 331 is that Spike Fork bulls aren't open here. So just the mule deer bucks, whitetail bucks, and whitetail does. So we're just gonna keep making our way back home and just enjoying the drive. Not a lot of people out today, so that's been kind of nice. Just a nice, slow, peaceful drive. So a little bit of a funny story is pretty much in this area, or this section of the road, 2 years ago when I was out hunting with my girlfriend, and we're driving down the road, and all of a sudden, oh, there's a deer. So anyways, I get out and I grab the rifle, and I go to load the rifle, and I get the bullet in there, and I go to load it, and the gun jams. So now I'm a little bit stressed, so I take my eyes off the deer for 2 seconds, fix the gun, get it loaded, and when I look up, the deer is gone. Not a trace of him in sight. So anyways, I walk into the bush there about 100 yards and nowhere to be found. So anyways, I get back to the truck, and when I tell you I was disappointed, I was pretty disappointed. That was probably, I think I had 3 chances that year at a deer, and every time I just couldn't get the shot. So it was a little bit disappointing that year. I don't think between the two of us, I don't think we got anything, which it was a bummer for sure. But anyways, last year we kind of made up for it. I myself got a buck, and my girlfriend, she also got a buck, and as well that I got a moose. So we kind of made up for it last year, but it was still 2 years ago there, it was still disappointing because usually we like to try to get a couple deer every year for ourselves, and it just didn't happen that year, right? So, but like always, it's the luck of the draw, and some years you're lucky and some years you're not. So we're just getting back into 100 Mile here, so we didn't end up seeing any deer on the road or anything, so, which I didn't expect to anyways, but I'm just happy we got to see the one doe today, even though it was a quick 5-second look, but that's not too big of a deal. But yeah, so I'm gonna get up early tomorrow morning, and the girlfriend and I are gonna go out for deer before she has to go to work. So yeah, gonna be an early night tonight. I'm gonna go home and have some hot food, rest up, and yeah. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment on what you guys would like to see next. I know it's been a challenging few months to get some content out, but I'm gonna try my hardest to start getting some more content uploaded regularly. So stay tuned, and thank you guys for all your support. See you in the next one.